Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here, and today we're talking about Total Recall, which I think is the best movie about Mars ever made. Today on Hack the Movies.
Tapes, we're talking about tapes.
Oh my God, CB Smith, how are you?
Oh my God, TF Hack the Movies. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. It's my favorite month of the year, Boys Month. We love Boys Month. I kicked all the girls off the channel. We're only talking about movies for guys. And we had to talk about Total Recall.
I mean, it's perfect that it's Boys Month since the author of the original story, his last name is Dick.
Yes, that makes sense. But real quick, CB Smith.
TF Hack the Movies.
Properly introduce yourself for people who might not know you.
Oh, people don't know me? Hi, everyone. I'm CB Smith. I go by that name on YouTube. I have a show called Taking a Page where I talk about books and adaptations and the history behind them. And recently I've been incorporating more and more shorter stories about books and various topics. Me and my wife, unfortunately, have to bring her up for Boys Month.
Oh, whoa. So, I'll allow it. Let's not make it a habit. I'll allow it.
Me and my wife recently started another series on that channel where we react to movies and then react to the books. And we started our first episode with Blade.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Very different than the books, isn't it?
Yeah. Very different. Very different.
Yeah. Were you shocked were you sad that they left out the red shirt and green glasses for the film adaptation?
You know, the funny thing is when I was researching, I looked over like all the little changes that went on over the years until finally figured out like, all right, whose idea is it was Whistler? Whose idea was it to make him a half vampire? Was it the Spider-Man cartoon? Was it the movie? Like who did what?
Yeah. And
we're all going to find out when you watch my channel. I'm not going to spoil it here.
Or if you go back and watch my Blade episode, because I think I might have spoiled it in there. But yeah, let's. Either way, you'll find out what it is. I reviewed all the Blades, and at the time of this recording, I'm either still doing or I finished my Blade Boys show on Patreon.
Perfect for Boys Month.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I found out about you through Movie Dumpster years ago. And I loved your videos. Your one about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein helped a lot I read the book, but it really helped refresh my memory when I was doing my episodes for that movie. And you actually made an appearance on this channel when we did World War Z.
Yes. I met Tony and Justin at Sean's Halloween birthday party.
Yeah.
And I forced you to drink this homemade, was it mead or cider? I think it was cider. And you were talking about World War Z, and drunkenly I'm like, Tony, that is my favorite freaking book ever.
I was like, look, it's already filmed, but I'll have you do an insert to let me know what's different, because famously that movie is like nothing like the book, basically. But we're going to find out later on if Total Recall's like the book. Or it's a short story, right?
It is a short story.
It's a short story.
In preparation for this, I read both the original short story by Philip K. Dick called We Can Remember It For You Wholesale. Yeah. And I got my hands on a copy of the novelization by Pierce Anthony. So we have those going for it. Yeah. Very different on both ends. Yeah. And I sent you some info about the comic book adaptation that came out.
Oh, yeah, I have to look into that.
I didn't read all of it because I know you do your comic book videos sometimes, so I'll save most of it for you. There's just one thing I want to say about it when we get to the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's always good, because sometimes comics will include like alternate or deleted stuff from the script that didn't make it into the movie, so it's always fun to go through the comic adaptations. Yeah, this one was bounced around Hollywood for a bit. Ronald Schussitz. Let me look up that name. I know the name. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
Ronald Schussitz.
No S at the end. Ronald Schussitz purchased the adaptation rights. He co-wrote Alien with Dan O'Bannon. And I think Dan O'Bannon was involved with the script at some point.
He's credited at some point.
He's credited, yeah. But it was bouncing around to different directors, different producers. Long story short, it ends up in the hands of Paul Verhoeven, who I love. I love Paul Verhoeven. Go back and watch my RoboCop episode. And that's the funny thing. Like, I'm shocked I didn't watch this movie more growing up.
Really?
I loved Paul Verhoeven movies like RoboCop and Starship Troopers, and I loved Arnold. And every time I watch this movie, I enjoy it. And like, for whatever reason, I just never got to watch it all the way through growing up until like years later. So I saw like bits of pieces. I remember like the first scene I saw was him talking to himself and pulling the thing out of his nose and being like, what is this movie? But when it came to Arnold, my household, it was Predator, Terminator 1 and 2, and then Conan the Barbarian was the big one. I love Running Man also. It's weird that I've seen Running Man more than Total Recall. But what's your experience with Total Recall?
So I'm in a similar boat with you. I really like Verhoeven's sci-fi movies, primarily RoboCop and Starship Troopers. Yeah. I haven't seen his stuff he did over in, was it the Netherlands?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, never watched any of that stuff, but I just really, really enjoyed what he did with RoboCop and Starship
And you love
Troopers.
Showgirls. You're excited for the 30th anniversary coming up?
Hey, man, everyone got AIDS and shit.
It's a good reference to that.
Never seen Showgirls either, but I know of how notorious it is.
Yeah.
So I actually only very recently watched Total Recall.
Really?
Yeah. We were planning on this for a while, and I watched it then when we thought we were going to do this earlier, and then I watched it this morning. But I've had the novelization sitting on my shelf for a long time, thinking I was going to do a Taking a Page episode, and thought, well, no, let's share the love.
Yeah.
But
why not? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned watching this morning. I was telling you, I started watching it last night. I was taking my notes, and I've been working a lot, so I'm like, let me finish it in the morning. And then this morning, my nieces showed up, surprised me. And like, I'm just like, I got to finish this movie. And my sister's like, you should watch it for a second. I'm like, all right. So I watched the last 15 minutes of Total Recall with my nieces while people's eyes are bulging out of their head and their arms are getting cut off. They enjoyed it. They seemed to really enjoy it. They didn't know what was going on. They let me know that the bad guy was gone after he fell down the elevator. She's like, bad guy's gone. I'm like, yeah, he's gone.
He's very clearly gone.
But yeah, it is a fun time. It is a really fun time, and I'm glad to go through it. Now I'm not sure. So I've read a little bit of Philip K. Dick. I read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yep.
Which has since been retitled Blade. They're even retitling the short story Blade Runner.
Yeah, I know. I saw that recently.
Yeah. I get it. Because if you like Blade Runner, you want to look up the book, you're like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, so I read that. I actually really enjoyed that book. That movie is different than the book, but more so it just drops like subplots and characters and try to condense it a little bit. How different, don't go into detail yet, but I want to know, like, should we talk about the changes going throughout, or is it so different we should just wait till the end?
It's so different, but there's little like things sprinkled around it. I recently reread the short story because it's only 9 pages, right? So there's obviously so much added to it. I read it back in 2020. I was building field hospitals in North Jersey during COVID, and I phoned in this bookshop that I go to. I'm like, hey, here's a list of random things. Please send them to me. And I ripped through that in kind of like a fever dream over all this stuff that we were doing. And it stuck with me, and some of the other short stories did too. There's a lot of differences, but I will go through them throughout the movie.
Okay, let me know when there's like a specific one we should talk about, and then maybe at the end we'll figure out like what all the differences are.
So I'll say as at least like if I don't say anything about anything at all about like what's in the short story, just imagine it's not in there.
Okay,
right?
okay. When I was going through the notes, apparently the Dan O'Bannon script was just like, at some point it was just so far removed from the source material.
That's why in the beginning of the movie you see inspired by.
Yes, because there's just
that's how they sneak it in there.
But yeah, let's get into this film. So first off, the music starts to sound like the Conan the Barbarian theme. And Paul Verhoeven has worked with that composer, Basil Poldaris, I think. He worked with him on RoboCop and I think Starship Troopers. So I was like, oh, maybe he's doing the music for this. Nope. Jerry Goldsmith, we learned.
Which is funny because like you say Conan the Barbarian, it sounds like not the iconic Terminator theme. It sounds like the other music from those movies.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just saying the very beginning where it's just like the drums are like boom, boom, boom. It sounds sort of like that track from Conan the Barbarian, the Riders of Doom. track. I love Conan the Barbarian.
I've seen it once or twice. I have them on my shelf.
I've read a lot of Conan the Barbarian books, and by that I mean I got that audio book from Audible that's 48 hours long, and I listened to most of it. But that was a couple years ago, so they all blend together in my head. I think he rides a bat in one of them.
Yeah, so the author of Conan, he just written like a monster.
Yeah.
Because he didn't live very long.
Yeah.
Very tragic, actually.
I want to watch that movie about his life from the 90s. What's his face? Kingpin plays him in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Robert Howard, that's the author.
Robert, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go back and watch my Conan episode. We talk about Conan stuff. So yeah, it opens up on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
We see Arnold. We don't know his name yet. And he's having a dream about walking around with a woman. He falls down a cliff and he cracks his helmet open. And I guess the pressure of Mars sucks his eyes out. And he fucking dies, but it's actually a dream. He has this horrible nightmare, CB Smith, and he wakes up to early 90s Sharon Stone. I'm like, that's the best thing that I could imagine.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Yeah.
So the original short story, he does have dreams about Mars. We don't know anything about the dreams.
Yeah.
But the novelization makes this big difference here where the helmet does not crack.
Oh.
Right? So he falls down and finds himself in a kind of chasm, and is starting to explore. And that's like kind of the hook in the story. Be like, ooh, what did he find?
Oh, and that's probably the reactor.
Yeah.
Implied to be the reactor.
Well, don't spoil it. They gotta watch the rest of it.
So yeah, Sharon Stone, his wife, is just like, what the hell's wrong with you? Why you had that Mars dream again? And he's like, yeah, and this girl's there. And she's like, who's this girl? It's like, I don't know, it's a dream girl. I don't know what to.
I will say she's very nice about it. She's just like, oh, honey, you have a dream girl, but like I have the real deal, and like shows off her breasts and stuff. She's very nice about the fact that her husband is having wet dreams or red dreams, I guess. Meanwhile, in the short story, in the original short story, Dennis Quayle, not Quaid, his wife is very mean about it.
Dennis, his name is Dennis in it?
Oh no, what's his first name? Damn it.
Doug.
Doug, that's
Quaid.
it.
I was going to say Dennis Quaid is a different guy.
Doug, I'm sorry. Doug Quayle, right? That's his name in the short story. His wife is very mean about it, being like, I'm going to divorce you if you don't stop doing this. Having these weird dreams about Mars.
I guess if he's waking up screaming every night and also he was a 6-foot Austrian, I too would be kind of scared. I would be scared if a giant murder machine woke up every night screaming. I'd be like, he's going to kill me. He's going to think I'm a Martian and kill me.
Well, as a 6-foot tall Slavic man, I can assure you that, yes, sometimes waking up screaming is a little scary.
They turn on the TV. We learn about a Martian terrorist or freedom fighter group. Depending on what side you're on, they're either terrorists or freedom fighters. They're demanding independence. They want Martian independence. We hear about a guy named Cohagen, played by Ronnie Cox from RoboCop. He was Dick Jones in RoboCop. He's also, I forgot his name when we did the review, but yeah, do you remember Deep Blue Sea?
I love Deep Blue Sea.
Okay. He's like the corporate businessman that's in the meeting with the girl and Samuel Jackson in the beginning, and he has no lines of dialogue. He's just sitting there. And it's just like, I rewatched it. I'm like, why is Ronnie Cox not saying anything in this movie? Why did you even get Ronnie Cox in this movie? He has no lines of dialogue. He just stares at them.
I mean, that's why I don't remember him, because like...
because they literally had him sit there and go, I'm like, what a waste of Ronnie Cox. He promises to get the terrorists under control. He's like, this is insane. I'll be able to handle it. He's like kind of like the head of Mars, really. Because they mine, what's the material they mine for?
Unobtainium. I don't remember,
We'll
man.
just call it the mineral.
The mineral.
It has some name.
So the novelization goes in a little bit more detail, and the movie just barely hints at it, that right now there's a civil war going on Earth between a northern bloc and a southern bloc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not mentioned at all, I think.
Like very briefly in those news segments. You can only find it if like you read the subtitles, because it's very like quickly one and done. Novelization goes a little bit more into it about the future and the ozone layer burning everything up, and there's a big resource war. And Mars, this mineral is to help finance like a laser system. And the movie, again, like very briefly brings this up, but then completely discards it. Just
Yeah, because it's not quite about that. But I do, while watching this, I was hoping for more commercials because that's one of my favorite parts of Starship Troopers and RoboCop.
There's not a lot of them in this one.
No, there's only a few. And like they're like usually connected to the movie, whereas some of the RoboCop ones, it was just more world building.
Yeah.
Other than the SUX, that actually did come into play into the story. But yeah, so he's just like, I really want to go to Mars. And she's like, did you not just see the story about the Civil War? Like, no, we're not going to Mars, you asshole.
I know he's really.
I want to go to Saturn. Saturn's fun.
In the short story, it's like, let's just go to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's mentioned very briefly in the short that you can only go to Mars if you are a secret agent doing like secret agent stuff there.
Oh, okay.
So like this whole concept of this mineral and the freedom fighters, terrorists, whatever.
Yeah.
Not in the short story.
Okay. All right. That makes sense then.
Yeah.
I guess if the short story had the Civil War, I guess they just took that and put it for the Martians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense then. There's also a rumor that Cohagen and his people found alien relics in one of the mines. And he kind of like brushes it off. And then he goes, by the way, I also hate Kuato. Kuato sucks. And the whole movie are like, who's Kuato? I don't know who that is.
He's a mystery.
Some people love him. Some people hate him. Okay. When he's going to work, when I was a kid and watched a little bit of this, I thought the X-ray machine was the coolest thing in the world. When he just walks through the screen and it's just a green skeleton, I'm like, that is so fucking cool. It looks awesome.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
For a special effect and just like have him walk through it. Like, is it a cartoon that we're watching? Like a computer generated? It's a little stilted.
It's definitely animated. I mean, this is what, 1990?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was CGI, like early CGI. CGI exists at this point. I don't know how much of it was being used. This might be early CGI. I'll check. But I don't think it's hand animation. But yeah.
Okay. So I got to talk a little bit about our author for the novelization, Piers Anthony, for a minute here. He's written a lot of sci-fi, a lot of fantasy, a lot of pulp stuff, right?
Okay.
But he writes like a maniac, a little bit like Robert Howard.
Yeah.
I think he has a Xanthar series that's like 35 volumes long. And the thing is like, I never read anything else besides this novel by him. The best I could describe his writing style is like very little boy energy, which is perfect for Boys Month.
Yes.
Well, what I mean by that is like, imagine like you're channeling your inner 12-year-old, right? You want all the sex and the violence and everything, but you're a little insecure about how you're going to write it, right? So Arnold's wife, she does a thing where it's like, her breasts move with her arms, which doesn't make any sense. I've seen that line before though in other like bad pulp stories. I get it. You move up. Like I got little boobs, right? So like they go up, right? When you're doing pull-ups, right? They go up.
Yes. Yeah, it's a weird way to describe that.
But I've seen that a lot of times in like really bad books written. And he does that in this book.
You know, that's what we sometimes call a bags of sand comment. If you watch 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yes, bags of sand.
We go in as a bags of sand. You ever feel boob? It feels like a bag of sand.
That's the vibe here. It's like, imagine if the character, Steve Carell's character from 4-Year-Old Virgin, wrote a pulpy sci-fi story. Like, it's mentioned that Arnie had sex with his wife before he left for work twice, but just like offshoot randomly. And I'm like, hey, he's got a lot of energy for that.
He's like, and he did it twice. And it's like, okay.
But then like during this X-ray scene, like another woman is behind him and Arnie looks over and he's like, huh, nice bones.
Nice bones?
Yeah.
That's a serial killer. That's a serial killer if I've ever heard one.
Like there's so many just like random ass moments of just like mentioning like ladies' bodies and stuff in this story, but it's always like very kind of tiptoeing around it and being like, bro, just talk about them titties, man.
Real quick. Ladies, if you're watching this, 1, turn it off. It's Boys Month. 2, if a man says you have nice bones, run as fast as you can and never stop running. Never stop. You're going to get eaten. Get out of there. So on the subway or the train, Quaid sees an ad for Recall. And it's being hosted by Kramer's mom's landlord from that one episode of Seinfeld.
I know you're a big fan of Seinfeld. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld.
Well, Kramer's pretending to be someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to his mom's apartment to look for something. And this landlord, not knowing that it's Babs Kramer's son, is just shitting all over Babs Kramer. And then Kramer beats the hell out of him. He's like, there was this one woman, Babs Kramer, awful woman. And like Kramer's trying to keep his composure and he can't. So yeah, he's talking about like, hey, don't go to Mars or any of this other stuff. You should go to Recall and we'll put memories in you to make it feel like you've been there before. Isn't that great?
Now, if you know, I think I noticed it. I'm not sure, but like, you know, the landlord character is the same actor in the Recall commercial. Is that the same as the doctor that we're going to see?
Yes. Oh,
okay.
Later in the movie.
Later in the movie.
Same
yes.
guy.
Same guy. All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that it was that guy, but yes. So yeah, Arnold gets the idea in his head. He's like, maybe I should do that. And then he goes to work with his jackhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things moving with your arms, his whole body is shaking. His biceps are like going up and down. And he's there with, who is it? What's his friend's name?
Oh God, if I remember. It's in the notes somewhere. Guy. His
Guy.
friend Guy.
I think I put coworker. Yeah, so he tells him, he asks him, he's like, hey, have you ever heard of Recall? And the guy's like, don't do it. He's like, I knew a guy who did it, and he got lobotomized. Don't mess with your head, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Arnold's like, I guess I won't do that. Arnold immediately goes to Recall. He immediately goes to Recall.
So the novelization goes into this whole backstory about where exactly they're doing this construction.
Yeah.
And it does this whole thing about like...
Yeah, I was wondering what they were building.
So supposedly right now what they're doing is they're dismantling an old auto parts factory because... Again, there's so much backstory here. Like the ozone layer caused global warming and destroyed all the fossil fuel cars. And then they were like, all right, everything's electrical cars now. Let's get rid of any trace of fossil fuel cars. Yeah. And that's what it's dismantling, even though it just looks like rocks in the movie. It
really looks like they're just jackhammering small rocks.
Exactly.
So yeah, he goes to Recall. The guy there is like hesitant to give him the Mars memory for some reason. He's like, I'm going to go to Mars. He's like, how about you do Saturn? Everyone's really trying to get him to go to Saturn for some reason.
They really love Saturn.
They love Saturn. Yeah, so he's like, how about you go to this? He's like, no, I want to go to Mars. He's like, all right, I'll get you the 2-week package. It'll be this. It'll be like you're on vacation. And then he tries to upsell him.
Yeah.
He's like, and for a little bit extra, we can give you like a whole fun adventure on Mars. And he literally says everything that's about to happen in the movie.
By the time the trip is over, you get the girl, kill the bad guys, and save the entire planet.
It's like, that's literally what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when we get to the one big scene, there's many theories about like what's real and what isn't in this movie.
I would love to discuss like part of that later on, but I do want to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Do you remember the scene of the receptionist changing her nail colors?
She just hits her nails and they change.
Yeah. That's one of the few things that actually harkens back to the original story.
I love when little stuff like that makes it into an adaptation and like big things get left out.
I mentioned that in the World War Z where it's like someone calls a zombie Z heads or something, and it's like, that's the only thing you have in the book. But so in the original short story, it's not her nails that change colors. People just paint their bodies instead of wearing clothes. So this receptionist is wearing just blue body paint. And so Philip K. Dick, he's a little bit like Pierce Anthony, a little bit of a horny bastard, but also like just very awkward about it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wait, so they just paint their bodies?
Yeah. Like just as like a body paint thing. And I believe it's blue in the short story. And then in the novelization, it changes colors no matter how you look at it. It's
so
like that.
People are just walking around freeballing it with paint on?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know if I want to live in that future. I don't know if I want to live in that future. I did like that little detail though, where she's like, beep, beep, beep. I wonder how they did that effect. It was pretty flawless.
It does. Yeah, it's very
Dude, the
good.
effects are great in this. Like there's around this time, you're always going to get some wonky like rear projection or blue screen, but not that bad. It's mostly solid. Like even the miniatures look great.
Like you see a couple of it later on in the other scenes on Mars, but like Verhoeven, one of the things I liked about him is like how the effects in his movie kind of make everything like it's really good, but also like you can see the differences.
You see a little bit of the great. It's before they can fine tune it, but yeah, his effects were always great in his movies.
Yeah, but like the way he always like kind of shoots everything and the way the sets look and everything, it always feels like almost like a hyper realistic place. Like it doesn't feel like our world, but it feels like a version of something. Almost like a cartoon.
Yeah. And then they throw him in the machine and they let them know that they're going to give him some other memories about like alien artifacts and then something called Blue Sky. It's new apparently, and they're gonna put that in him. He's like, that's all great, and then he picks the qualities that he wants in a woman. He wants her athletic, brunette, and like what was it, sensual and demure.
But demure, but not very practical.
Yeah. So yeah, he picks his lady and he's like falling asleep, and they get ready to do it. And I love this scene where the salesman is pitching to another client another memory, and you just see the people on the video screen
they're
like
freaking out,
screaming.
Yeah,
because apparently he's having, what do they call it, like a
schizoembolism is something that they called.
Yes. And so he comes rushing in and he's freaking out. He's like, you blew my cover. I need to get to Mars or whatever.
So this comes back to the short story again, where Quail, while he's under, it's almost like a hypnotic thing, really. Like it's not a big strap device like in the movie. And he kind of explains that like, you blew my cover. I'm really an agent of Mars. They brought me here. They brainwashed me, everything. It's all revealed in the bed.
Okay.
Right. And in the novelization, they kind of try to keep harking back to the short story, even having the salesman say like, oh, hey, we can remember it for you wholesale, TMDI. And another thing is like he's supposed to be wearing frog leather, Mars frog leather. I don't know what exactly that means.
Mars has frogs?
Apparently, and there's enough of them you can just kind of kill them, skin them, tan them, and then make suits out of them. Okay. As a commodity. It's very weird.
It said he's just wearing a jacket.
Yeah, he's just wearing a jacket.
But yeah, so she says like someone was already in his brain. Like we went to put this thing in, but like it had already been like locked up.
Yep, that's the short story too. Like it's like Philip K. Dick talks about like how you can block off different parts of your brain for different memories, and how Total Recall is explained is like they can just implant things and they can't really like take things out. Yeah, because Dick kind of was that old golden age sci-fi kind of writer where he loves talking about the mechanics of things. Yeah, but as he got older with this short story and Electric Sheep, he's like, we're gonna do that, but we're also gonna like talk about our feelings and stuff in what's called the new wave era of sci-fi. And I always consider him like a segue between the two.
Yeah, I did enjoy Electric Sheep. It's weird that the movie didn't do the whole there's like the police precinct that's all replicants. Yeah, it's weird they left that part out. Now that I think about it, I don't know where they would have squeezed it in, to be honest.
There's a lot going on in that movie.
And they also got rid of Deckard's wife because that would have complicated the love story.
It would have. I am glad they got rid of the cat murder though.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Cat murder is my least favorite kind of murder.
So yeah, I like that the head there. He's just like, erase his memory, get him in a cab, get him out of here. He was never here. We want nothing to do with this.
And in the short story, they're like, do all that, but we're only going to refund him half. I think that's good enough, he says in the book, in the short story.
But I love that he's like, it's a very important client. And during all this, the girl comes in like, the client left. And he's like, God damn it.
Not the very important one.
So yeah, he wakes up in a Johnny cab.
I love Johnny Cab.
Johnny is voiced by Robert Picardo, who we talked about recently in Legend. I did that with Joe and Johanna here, and then I went on Movie Dumpster to talk about the director's cut of Legend. He's Meg Mucklebones in Legend.
Mucklebones.
Did you ever see Legend?
I never saw Legend. I know. Is that a young Tom Cruise in that one?
Yeah, very young Tom Cruise.
And Tim Curry, he plays not the devil, but pretty
Lord
much the
of
devil.
Darkness, yes.
Pretty much the devil.
I have an action figure of him in the cabinet.
Nice.
You can't see it from there.
Of course I look anyway.
But yeah, Robert Picardo from like Star Trek and The Howling and a bunch of other movies. He's the voice of Johnny Cab. It's just a robot cab driver.
You're ridden a Johnny Cab. His little facial expressions the entire time.
Yeah.
Wait, can we talk about like how like it's not meant to be it's meant to be funny, but like he's really sarcastic. Like he has to be literal. How did I get here? You opened the door and came in.
Like he doesn't understand like all that humor.
Like the short story has a robot cab too, but it's not very memorable the way Johnny Cab is.
Yeah, they really fixed it with Johnny Cab. Was Philip K. Dick? Did he live to see this movie?
No. He lived long enough to see like a work print of Blade Runner.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and supposedly people said like, oh, he really loved seeing the world that it came about, and like they were being very sentimental about it. But Philip K. Dick was a weird guy.
Yeah, he seemed like he would be.
Very depressed guy too. He's very schizoembolisms. I don't mean that.
Maybe he had his memory erased and then implant it back in.
I can't totally recall remembering that.
So yeah, he gets out of the cab and then his friend from work and then a bunch of other guys start screaming at him. He's like, you blabbed about Mars. And they try to kill him. And then he breaks all of their necks mostly. He's just like, kick, break neck. And then he shoots the other guys. I'm like, wow, he conveniently broke all their necks in one go.
I love how, like I mentioned before, like how it's cartoony, like it's very violent. You hear the big sound effects. You see the blood squirts coming out.
Is so violent.
It's going to get so much worse. But like the both the novelization and the comic book adaptation, like they don't do that. It's very subdued. If it's a gun, it's a flash. If it's people, they just kind of be like, he took down those goons. He keeps talking about goons in the novelization of it. And this is the part I wanted to talk to you about the comic book, and then I'll stop talking about the comic. Okay. I sent you this screenshot way back. I'm like, I can't recall it. That's fine. That's fine. You're busy. I'm busy. We're all busy. But like, it's a shot of Quaid. He's walking back into the house after gunning down all those goons. Yeah. And he's like, very nonchalant the way the artist wrote him. And he's like, hi, honey. Some people tried to murder me today. I love that shot so much. I have it as like my TikTok profile thing. It's just like just nonchalant being like, oh hey, I almost died.
Trying to murder me. Instead, here he comes in. He starts turning the lights off.
Yep.
And he's like, these men tried to murder me. Oh my god. So he's freaking out. He tells her to like lay low and whatnot. But then she calls Michael Ironside, Richter. And when he comes out of the bathroom, some woman is trying to shoot him. Turns out it's his wife. She like confesses, like, I'm not actually your wife. This is all like a cover. Like, what are you doing? So she confesses like pretty much everything. Like, your memories are fake. Everything is fake. He's like, what? What's going on?
So going back to the short story, the wife, crap. Let me go back. All right. Okay. So he's in the cab, and part of his deal with Recall was that he was supposed to get all these like Martian artifacts, like plants and fauna and stuff. Yeah. And he sees in his pocket, he gets a return receipt for half of the money he owed. Yeah. And he goes back there and he gets home afterwards, and then he's like trying to tell his wife like, I think I'm really a secret agent, all this stuff. And the wife is like, you're crazy. I'm leaving. And she leaves the short story entirely. She doesn't do like, I'm part of your cover and everything.
This is way cooler.
Yeah.
This is way cooler. If Philip K. Dick had seen this movie, he would have been like, damn it, should have done that. So yeah, I like that after her cover's blown and he like knocks her out and everything, she's just like, hey, honey, how about we have sex one last time?
You can tie me up.
We can tie, and he's just like, what? And then he looks at the TV and sees the men are coming. He's like, clever girl. And then he just knocks her out and gets out of there.
In the novelization, he goes a little bit further and like, cops a feel while she's talking about him. And then he pistol whips her. Like I said, Pierce Anthony is a horny guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention before the lady who's strapping him into the recall machine is described as like envisioning him being tied up on her bed. It's like, that's good. Why do you need, we don't need
I don't think we need that character's sexual fantasy relayed to us.
It's so horny.
More green skeletons. I love this where he's like coordinating, jumps through the screen. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. We get the most tragic character in all of history. Escalator human shield guy. I don't know how like Cohagen, I know he's like corrupt and stuff on Mars. I feel like he shouldn't have as much freedom on Earth. I don't know. But Richter, I don't know where the cops are during all this. Richter just starts shooting at Quaid, and like a man gets hit, and Quaid's like, I'm pretty sure he's dead, and uses him as a human shield. He gets shot a bunch of times. Quaid's taking people out, and then someone else is coming from the bottom escalator. And he
just turns him around.
He turns the human shield around and gets shot even more. Then he throws his body. I'm like, that guy had the worst day of his life.
Or the best day of his life when you think about it, because he did save Mars by the help of being a human shield. If you think about it,
I'm pretty sure he would have preferred to not have been shot 6 million times.
From a different point of view.
But yeah, this movie has so many casualties, like crossfire casualties.
So many of them.
Usually, like, they try to avoid that, or maybe not. The hero movies I watch don't usually pick up a person as a human shield, really, unless they're like a bad guy, like Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But he picks up the nice pool, and it's like, well, Deadpool is kind of a bad guy. But it's weird. Our hero is like, yeah, put you in front of me.
And then tosses them over them.
And again, I'm guessing Verhoeven rewatched RoboCop before he made this, and he went, not enough blood squibs. We need more blood squibs.
He loves blood squibs so much.
Loves blood squibs.
I really love how like he does this hyper reality thing where like in RoboCop, right, where Murphy gets shot up, like it's such a memorable scene for you and I.
Yeah.
But the rest of the people in that movie are like, this is how guns work in this universe. Like I've had to see videos of gunshot wounds and how to heal them in my job. Yeah. And like it's not like this. At all.
No,
but
I love
no, you know, guns go through you. They don't pop out. They don't enter and then pop out.
That's not visually entertaining though.
Not at all.
Yeah, they never have the blood going out the back, really. It's always the front.
It's always the front.
That's not, you're right. That's not how that works.
That's not how bullets work.
I've seen videos of people getting shot. You never really even see like the blood come out like right away, really. It just goes through. Yeah. That's not visually appealing, though.
No.
So he makes it to a train, and then, by the way, it's just, I love how commercials just dictate this man's life. Because on the train, there's a commercial of a guy going, hey, fuck recall, take an actual spaceship to Mars.
Now, do you happen to know who played that guy in that commercial?
I don't know.
Because it's very short, but I think that's the same guy from the recall commercials.
No, it was a different guy, different voice.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, different voice. Yeah. No, that guy's voice is burned into my memory because he's also in other things, the recall guy.
Right.
So yeah, this was a different dude. So he's like, all right, I guess I will go to Mars. And then Richter calls Cohagen, and Cohagen wants Quaid alive, but Richter wants to kill him before he gets total recall. Also, we learned that Quaid's fake wife is Richter's real life girlfriend or wife.
Yep. So in the novelization, it's described as like their like work boyfriend girlfriends. And like he was very smitten about it, and when he found out she had this assignment, like he was so mad. Like they go into detail about that.
Yeah. So he's got some cuck rage in this. He's dealing with cuck rage, and like his boss won't let him kill the guy, but he really wants to kill the guy. Richter's under a lot of stress. I can see why maybe he didn't think before he shot that poor human shield 500 times. Why did he keep aiming at the human shield?
He just couldn't concentrate. It's just like,
Oh, and I love that he's messing with the signal for Cohagen.
Yeah, he's just like, we're
He's
going
like,
through a
"What's that?
tunnel.
I can't hear you. What's that?
Sunspot.
Yeah, it's a sunspot. Quaid answers a phone call from some man, and he lets him know it's like, hey, you're being tracked. There's a bug in your head. Put a wet towel over your head. So for the next 10 minutes, Arnold just has like a turban on, basically.
It's a very nicely put together
It's
turban,
really
too.
nicely put together. And yeah, the guy drops off a suitcase for him, so he's able to get away.
Well, he runs away and goes into what's I believe it's called a concrete factory.
Yes, an old factory.
Yeah.
He opens up. He has money. He has IDs, and he has he has a hologram projector that will come back later. And he has a video from Hauser.
He also has a little device that you notice is going.
Yeah, yes, and another thing.
Yeah.
And Hauser is basically like, you are not you, you're me. And he lets him know, like, hey, you gotta do this. You gotta stop Cohagen. Information in our head can stop him. But first, you need to get rid of that bug. And there's several fake Arnold heads in this movie. This is the best one. This scene hurts to watch. When he puts a device into his skull and pulls the bug out, but his nose gets all gigantic. How his nose isn't black and blue after this, I have no idea.
Watching that scene reminded me like the first couple of times I had to do COVID tests where they just shove that thing and you're like the back of your eyeball is like feeling tickled.
I had a deviated septum surgery in my teens, and they put metal hooks back there and these plastic connector things. So yeah, and I remember when they because I was asleep when they put them in, but I was awake when they pulled them out weeks later. And I was like, oh my God. It was just I didn't think it was that big. Oh my God. But I want to say for a day after that, I was sneezing like crazy and just shooting stuff out of my nose. The rest of the movie, he's fine. I'd be like, no, you'd be leaking and be like.
So is this your second trauma response in movies where if something's nose related?
No. I'm okay with nose stuff. It hurts to watch the scene, but it doesn't bother me too much. It's not like the eye injury stuff. That's very different. But yeah, it was funny just watching this. I'm like, I would be sneezing for the next 3 hours, just getting everything out of my nose.
Oh God. But harkening back to the short story, this is another element that they grabbed from here where Quail has a tracker in his skull as well. There's no removal scene in the short story, and he finds out about the tracker when the secret agents attacked him at his house. He gets away, but he finds out that it's telepathically communicative. So it's an organic tracker inside his brain, and he's able to talk to it, and then others can talk to him through it.
Oh.
And this is where the two sides really venture off from the short story to the original. To the short story to the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he has a psychic bug in his head?
Basically, yeah. Okay. And he's talking to whoever's on the other side. We never really find out. We assume it's the agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he yanks that bad boy out, and then his other self tells him to get your ass to Mars. Hauser is real smug, by the way. He's always smiling.
I do love how in the suitcase there's also Mars bars.
Yeah.
As a little pun.
That was fun. Oh yeah, he gives the bug to our rat. I don't know how that rat ate that. I don't think it could actually fit that inside of him. But I love that they're shooting constantly at wherever the tracker says he is. I'm like, you guys would notice a 6-foot Austrian running around. Instead, they're over there. Let's shoot at the tiny thing on the ground. That's not Arnold. I forgot.
After he gets out of the his apartment from those goons, he gets a Johnny cab, right? And the cab's like, where would you like to go?
Yeah.
And he's like, anywhere from here. It's and he just gets mad and just rips Johnny cab out.
He rips it off. Oh yeah, we forgot about that whole thing. Yeah, he rips it off and he handheld drives.
And he gets to the concrete factory and he's like, that would be 18 credits, please. And he's like, sue me, dickhead. And then just out of nowhere, Johnny Cab just tries to run over Arnold. crashes into the wall and blows up. That's what you do if you don't pay the tab.
Yeah, obviously.
Johnny Cab's scary.
I used to be an Uber driver. That's what I did. I'd be like, ah, just driving into walls all the time.
I did Instacart for 2 months. Yo, you freaking, I don't want me. You don't want me behind you, man.
I had a flashback on Friday. I went into Philly at the Defying Lorraine for the Back to the Video Store event.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the intersection. I'm like, oh, when I was an Uber driver, this is when that homeless guy yelled at me. He didn't understand what an Uber was. He thought I was a regular taxi. So I was picking someone up. And he's like, can I get in there? I'm like, that's not how it works, bud. You got to use an app and everything. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I can't just let you in. This isn't like that. And there was a girl in my backseat, and he looked at me and went, pervert! And I'm like, what is going on here? And I drove away. And me and the girl were like, what was that all about? I love that he's just like, I want to yell at this guy, pervert. I'm like, oh, okay. Brought it all back to me. I don't Uber anymore.
I'm happy to bring back such lovely memories, man. He's on his way to Mars, I think, at this point, right?
Yes. He's getting his ass to Mars.
Yeah.
And then the camera keeps lingering on this large, tall woman. I wonder who that could be. And she's there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Excuse me?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, and I love that Richter's coming in, and he's just like, we gotta find Quaid. What's this Kuato graffiti? Fuck that. And he's leaving, and he keeps hearing this lady say 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. He's like, oh, I know who that is. So I guess whatever mechanical device he had started breaking down.
Yeah.
And I love when it splits open. The head splitting open effect looks great.
That whole scene is kind of creepy because she's pulling her lips and stuff.
Yeah, because I guess it's fucking up his face.
Yeah.
That head splitting looks great. The Arnold head within it doesn't look as good.
No,
that one looks. It's not the worst Arnold head. That's Terminator 1. They really linger on that effect. I'm like, shouldn't have lingered on that one. But yeah, this one, at least it's quick. They don't linger on too much, but I'm like, ooh, that's a very rubbery Arnold head. That does not look as good as the implant one.
So the novelization goes in a little bit more detail about this suit, because we do have scenes of him going through the suit on the ship leading to Mars. We never get that in the movie.
Yeah.
And the malfunctioning is not 2 weeks. It is, where's my cabin, is what it repeats. So we have scenes of, Arnold in the suit. Oh, and he's in heels, but it's described as hologram. So he's himself is flat-footed, but the hologram makes it look like he's high-heeled in the suit. Just overly complicated, but
so it's a hologram. It's not a mechanical device.
It's a hologram suit, but the mask itself is real.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more like a mask than this big giant.
He would never wear heels. We got to make it a hologram. It's well, I mean, women wear flat shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, ladies wear heels. Okay, I feel like we're complicating this disguise.
I guess Pierce Anthony doesn't think women can be 6 foot tall.
No, they can be. I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
I've seen it. Also, the head was a bomb.
The head was a bomb, yeah.
And it makes a little joke. Did he program that joke for them?
I know, wait for a surprise.
Nice.
And in the novelization, the way they find out is because Arnold in the suit is playing patty cake with a little girl as a distraction. And we get a little bit inside Richter's head here. He looks over at how everything is very organized in this Mars. Yeah. And he's like, boy, howdy, those Nazis sure did know a thing or two about organization. And I was like, dang, okay, Richter. Oh, he also just to let you know he's a bad guy. When he saw Lori there passed out, he did make a rape joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
nice
the
guy.
bad guy.
He's the bad, so he can do all that. It's okay. He's the bad guy.
It's okay when you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, did you make a rape joke? I'm sorry, I'm a bad guy. Sorry. Continue.
Yes. What does that mean, me? I work for you.
I'm just gonna use that excuse. Sir, did you just say that I'm a bad guy? Well, at least he's honest.
I'd rather have that.
So during the shootout, they really got to reinforce these walls on Mars. I'm sorry, the glass and the walls are so brittle. I would think you would need a much bigger explosion to pierce the cement here. No.
Yeah.
everyone just starts getting sucked out into Mars, which is horrifying.
It is a very violent death in this movie, man.
Yeah. Eventually they close, and I like they close like all the shields and stuff, and he's like, open the doors. He's like, they're all connected. We can't open all of them.
Which is such a weird flaw to do.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, this one section is bad,
Yeah.
right? Close that off and everyone else can evacuate. No, it's all connected. So like someone is like eating at the Hilton in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly everything's like code red. And it's like, what the fuck happened? Oh, something happened all the way over there in the mines. It's like, why the fuck is it happening here?
Richter meets with Cohagen and gets screamed at. He's like, what the hell's going on?
Cohagen's great because he's just like, I love my job because I'm just horrible.
And I can just do whatever I want. But you're messing it up for me. You got to get him back. And the whole time Richter's just like, why don't we just kill him? It's like, no, you can't kill him, you asshole.
We learn later why. And I love his reason.
So Quaid gets off the train and goes to the Hilton. He gets a room and a note from a safety deposit box telling him to call Melina. And then he tests it out, and it's his writing.
Yeah.
So he has to go to a strip club and look for Melina.
Is it a strip club? I think it's more of a brothel.
It could be both.
It can be both.
It could be both.
Why not?
Why not? He gets a ride from Benny. Benny has 5 kids to feed.
He has 5 kids to feed.
Yes. He like gives him a ride.
I found out through reading the credits this morning, the other cab driver, because there's like 2 of them trying to get Arnie. The actor's name is Benny.
That's funny.
Who plays the punk one, the one who's like, hey man, I got whiskey, whatever.
I got this, I got that, I got this.
So he gets rid of Benny to go to Benny.
So he hops in the cab, while the terrorists start blowing everything up. They're like, oh, there's another fight. Let's get out of here.
Benny's great because he's just like, hey, welcome to Mars, man.
Yeah.
Hop in.
He sees this shit every day. He takes him to the other side of town and he bumps into a bunch of mutants on his way to the club. Because apparently like the air got messed up or something and it's mutated people.
The way it's described like very shortly in the movie is that like all psychics are mutants.
Okay.
But in the novelization, it's explained that like the dome isn't like properly sealed off, so the radiation comes in.
Oh.
And you can be immune and not have psychic powers, which I feel like is a little bit like that's a loss. At least if you have psychic powers, like you can do that. You got that one lady in the movie who's like, I'll read your fortune, I'll tell your aura.
Yeah. I can tell your future. He's like, what about my past? But he meets like a nice little girl one. He meets a few people. Then he meets the most important mutant of all time. 3 boob chick. Probably the most memorable thing of this movie. To the point, the remake, which really has nothing to do with this movie after a certain point, was like, we got to throw 3 boob chick in there. We can't not have 3 boob chick in our remake. Although I think because it was PG-13, she was covered up.
Yeah.
Fair. She is the standout mutant of the film. If you've never seen this movie, you've seen a picture of this chick.
I think the actress mentioned that like she was like kind of uncomfortable with it. And Paul Verhoeven is very like he's so nonchalant when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
Like the old gendered shower scene in Starship Troopers. Didn't he like do that naked too?
I think so.
Like there's a story rolling around where he's like, listen, you're all uncomfortable being naked. I'm naked
my
too.
favorite, I don't know if you watched the RoboCop documentary they put out
I didn't,
a year or 2 ago. The one, because he brought like some of his crew from, where is he from? Like Switzerland?
Or Switzerland or Denmark or
I forget, wherever. He brought like some people over from there that didn't like really grasp English too much. And the 2 hookers in RoboCop, the bitches, he didn't understand like what that meant. So apparently he's like, bitches, I need you over here. Because he just knew that they were referred to as bitches, but he didn't know what it meant. So like they're in the thing, they're like, we thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Because we knew that he wasn't being seen. Like we knew he didn't mean it. So we were just cracking up. He's like, all right, bitches, you got to go over there. And I need the bitches over here. The girls are still laughing about it like 40 years later. Like we didn't have the heart to tell him that he was.
No, he's learning.
He meets Melanie, and it's the girl from his dreams. He's like, oh my God, I'm in love. And we also meet young Dean Norris.
Hold on, before that, she's also on the TV screen in the beginning.
Yes.
When he's picking out his perfect woman.
Yeah. Conveniently looks just like her.
It's explained later on in the novelization. I'll get to the point because it's kind of funny how they set up the scene for it.
Yeah. But we get young Dean Norris. He plays Tony in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Breaking Bad. And it's actually funny. Michael Ironside and Dean Norris would end up being in Starship Troopers. Michael Ironside is like the teacher, becomes like the general, and Dean Norris is just like one of the higher ranking guys.
Okay.
So I guess Verhoeven liked working with them. Put him in a different movie. He tells her, she's like, I thought you were dead, and he did this. He's like, I don't remember you. I have memory loss. And she, like, for whatever reason, doesn't believe him. She's like, you used me. Get out of here.
That is kind of the weird thing, because, like, we live in a world where memories are recalled or implanted. That's a reality here. And she's completely, I mean, maybe, you know, being on Mars, they don't have that here or something.
You've never heard of it, though? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird when they do that. It's like, what? That's like it's like when you ever watch like an MCU thing and they're always shocked by whatever new monster alien. It's like, how would this shock any of you at this point?
Exactly. That's why I love some of the Netflix ones they had, because they were just like, listen, just talk to the green guy or Wizard Man or whatever.
Well, my
like,
favorite with Netflix, I think Jessica Jones, she's mentioning something. He's like, that doesn't exist. She's like, how do you know? She's like, same way I know elves don't exist. And I'm like, well, no, the elves came in Thor 2. They destroyed a lot of London. Did you miss that news? Where, like, I think Rosario Dawson is just like, dragons aren't real. I'm like, there was a space dragon in New York. Loki was driving with it. This is how I feel with that. Like, memory erasure, like, that's not real. It's like, yes, it is. You've seen it. There's a commercial for it right now.
Yeah.
It's always funny when someone's shocked by something they shouldn't be shocked by in this world.
The thing I love about this scene, though, is that, like, yes, that is a very, like, illogical scene, but, like, in the world of like real pulpy sci-fi adventure stories, like this fits perfectly well.
Yeah.
This special agent love interest is also kind of catty.
Yeah. So yeah, she kicks him out. He goes back to the hotel and the recall guy from the commercial is there. And this scene is pretty great because he tells you, he's like, I'm not actually here right now. You are still strapped to the chair. You've had a schizo, whatever the name of the thing is.
Yeah.
And you are now like manipulating the fantasy and controlling it. And you're not like, you're getting too far into it. We're trying to get you out of there. So I'm here communicating with you that you need to get out of here. And Arnold's like, what? It's like, no, it's just a coincidence. And I like that he says, he's just like, think about everything that's been happening right now. You bought a package to be a secret agent, have a mission, meet a girl on Mars, and it's all happening. Everything you paid for is happening. He's like, it's a coincidence. It's like, it's a pretty big coincidence, actually.
Yeah.
And then he brings his wife in, the Mrs. Quaid.
In the novelization, like in the movie, she's dressed in kind of a nice business attire.
Yeah.
In novelization, she's in like lingerie. Because Pierce Anthony's a horny bastard.
He really is. I love how like the filmmaker and the author of the novelization were both horny bastards in different ways.
In different ways, yeah.
Don't get those two together. He should never write a script for Verhoeven. It'll be too horny.
Honestly, I kind of want to see it. I want to know how this turns out.
But yeah, she's like, no, I'm actually your wife. I'm communicating with you through this too. Like, this is too far. We're not going to be able to get you out. And I like that he points the gun to the guy's head.
Yeah.
He's like, what if I shoot you? He's like, it doesn't matter to me, but like, I'm the one that's trying to get you out of here.
Yeah.
You will be lost in this reality and eventually it'll like collapse and everything. He's like, but we have this pill. It symbolizes you wanting to escape. And if you take this pill, you're going to be able to get out of here. And like, it's actually a good moment because
they're trying to red pill him.
Yes, they are trying to red pill him years before the red pill. It is pretty interesting because you can think of this movie like, what if it is all in his head?
That's the beautiful thing about this movie.
It never fully confirms it, really.
And there's a couple lines I will harken back to that also kind of like, oh no, maybe it is real as well. Because we talked about the blue skies in the simulation.
Yes. So yeah, I do like this. It's real tense where he's like, he's going to take the pill. He puts the pill and he's about to swallow it, but then he notices the guy sweating.
Yeah.
He's like, he shouldn't be sweating.
Exactly.
If he's not really here.
Yeah.
So he just shoots the hell out of him.
But the thing is, like, he got shot, and the thing that he said that would happen if he got shot happened. Was like, your walls are going to crash down.
Yeah.
The dudes come through, and you get into a shootout. You get caught.
Yeah.
all this stuff happened. So
I
again,
know.
it's like, is it a simulation? Is it not? Are
Is
they
it just
waiting
a
on him?
multiple bunch of coincidences?
Yeah.
All of them?
So before we go further,
yeah.
going back to the short story now,
Yeah.
you know, we're finally going back into this moment where like he's trying to figure out like what's real, what's not real. So instead of all these action set pieces, right? I want you to imagine Schwarzenegger sitting on a park bench and just having a conversation with himself via the telepathic organic tracker.
Okay.
Saying like, hey, I want my old life back, and we're going to work this out where we're just going to re-scramble my memories. And the people on the other side are like, no, you're just going to remember something. And he's like, well, what if we go and like even harder into my memory?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll go further later on in the movie on what happens after that. But like, that's the next big scene in the short story.
Okay.
Instead of all these action set pieces, all the secret agent stuff that actually happened in the movie. Yeah, it's very different.
It's very, very different. But here, I mean, you get like punching and shooting, and then you get a girl on girl cat fight. That's fun. Melina shows up fighting his wife. And I love that queen.
And it's at that point in the novelization that the narrator points out that Melina has bigger breasts than Lori. Just like it's mentioned as like Quaid's on the floor and he looks up. He's like, this beautiful woman with bosoms bigger than Lori's.
I don't know if that would be the first thought on my mind. I'm not saying I wouldn't notice it at some point. I'm just saying at that moment, I wouldn't be thinking about that. If they had just been walking around, normally I might have observed, but when they're trying to kill each other and one of them's trying to kill me, not really thinking about boobs in that moment.
Especially since like both of them are covered up.
Yeah, they're both really covered up, really. But yeah, he kills his wife and tells her to
consider that a divorce.
Richter is furious.
Mm-hmm.
Because a second ago she blew him a kiss on the little TV screen. But yeah, so he's furious. They're chasing him. I think like Richter's second in command almost shoots them, but they're in front of the glass dome.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. But then Richter comes in and starts shooting. He's like, no, the dome, we're all gonna die. And it's just like, I feel like a few bullets shouldn't be able to break that dome.
I mean, we already saw what happened last time. So
just saying.
And we mentioned
that
how,
should be like really thick glass.
But we did point out before about how at least in Venusville, the slum area, that one has a cheap dome that most definitely would have been broken by bullet glass.
And is it even glass? It should be transparent aluminum, like in Star Trek.
Yeah, wow.
That's what it is in Star Trek. It's not really glass windows. It's transparent aluminum. Have you never seen Star Trek 4?
I've only seen Star Trek 2 and a couple episodes of the original series. I'm sorry. Take my nerd card, okay?
It's transparent aluminum, but like that is like a continuity error because some of the later movies, like J.J. Abrams, they show like the glass cracking. It's like, it's not glass. It's not supposed to be glass.
It's crumbling like an aluminum foil. It's crumbling. There you go.
Star Trek Generations, like when the ship's crashing, glass shatters. Like it's not supposed to be glass, transparent aluminum. Anyway,
you're really harking on that, man.
So yeah, during the shootout, they get into Benny's cab, takes him back to the last resort.
Benny's got like 10 kids to feed, man.
Yeah,
he's working
got
overtime.
So many kids. And then Tony shows them the secret passage to the tunnel. And I like that it's like behind a door, and then they close the door, and then they have like a table in front of it. Richter comes in, and Richter kills our hero, the 3-boob chick. And then he starts shooting. He shoots Tony. And then just starts shooting everyone.
He shoots at everyone. And then, my favorite lady of the evening, Thumbelina. That's her actual name in the movie.
I forgot about Thumbelina. I
love Thumbelina. She's great. She just comes out with this big old Bowie knife and just starts stabbing the second in command.
Yeah. So they got him cornered, and then Cohagen is like, he's trapped there. Cohagen's like, good, back off. And Richter's like, what? He's like, yeah, back off. Let him go.
Yeah.
We got this. Let him go. So you're at that point, you're just like, what's going on here?
And Cohagen just decides, I'm just going to commit genocide on this whole section.
Oh my God. Yeah. they like close all the exits and then they turn the air off. So they walk through the mines. So these are like old mines, and we see all the corpses of the people who like started mining, and then Cohagen just took all the money and whatnot.
Yeah, I love that because like it harkens back to like old historical bits where like colonies, like they didn't send like people they wanted to live. They send them there to go and do like the establishing and everything. And if you die, you die. But if you live, good for you, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Benny's like, I think my grandpa's in here somewhere.
He looks for him.
He's looking for his ancestors. He's looking for his ancestors, man. He's got to know where his 100 kids come from.
Yeah. They get cornered by the rebels. And they are unsure of Benny. And Benny shows that he's a mutant. He has a weird...
That is such a cool effect.
Yeah. It's a cool skeleton arm.
In the novelizations, explained that like, because in the movie, it's like he takes off his like fake hand and reveals that that's what his hand looks like.
Yeah.
In a novelization, he just kind of lifts up his shirt and reveals a third arm.
Okay. Now this is way cooler.
It is really, it's a cool looking effect too.
So then they meet George, and that actor is also in Starship Troopers. He's in a lot of movies. He questions Quaid, and he brings him to Kuato, who is in his belly. Kuato is like a weird Siamese mutant twin that he has in his belly. I
love this twist because like it's not just like both of them talk. It's like they have to like share kind of like this fucking word right now. Their brain has to like one has to turn off in order for the other one to wake up.
Yeah. So yeah, because he's like, you see him, he's in a trance. I mean, he's also an animatronic.
Yeah.
He's very rubbery animatronic. Like
like his chest like really goes up when he's breathing.
The Kuato puppet looks great. The rubber head looks pretty bad, but I guess it was easier than to just have an animatronic over the actor.
And I guess like they don't really think that you're going to look at him.
Yeah, you're looking at the thing going, Rah! I love that there was that one South Park where at the end the girl takes off her top and it's Kuato.
So I saw that episode way before I saw Total Recall. So when I saw Total Recall for the first time, I was like, oh, so that's where that's from.
That's how I felt with Tron. When I watched Tron and Major Control Program. And I'm like, oh, that's Moses from the South Park episode.
You want more macaroni art.
But yeah, he asks Quaid to open his mind. He says it like 15 times. And he sees the underground construction site, which that miniature looks great. The effects of this look great.
It's a great set, a great like miniature.
Yeah.
If that's how it's done. I don't know if it's miniature.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a miniature. Yeah,
it's great.
Miniature, a little bit of matte shots, blue screen. It's all coming together. It looks beautiful. But yeah, it's an underground construction site. We learned that Cohagen and his men found a machine, and they're not really sure what its purpose is. I know Richter's like, let's turn it on. He's like, no, we don't know what the hell it is, but it puts the mineral they're mining for at risk. Yeah. They think it will destroy the mineral, which they need. So they're hesitant to turn it on. After this revelation, Cohagen's men drill into the base.
So I need to segue into this because the novelization goes way into a whole different tangent. So it's not just we learn that there's a giant machine under Mars. Yeah. We learn through a whole giant flashback going back to that first dream in the movie. Mm-hmm. In the novelization, it's explained that like because his helmet didn't bust, he actually goes under this big Martian pyramid. Yeah. And he basically finds like a giant mural that essentially explains that like the ancient race of aliens that made it, the Noe. Okay. It's a weird spelling.
Real quick. I love that they're calling them aliens.
Right.
And I'm like, no. That's their planet. You should call them Martians. They're not. You are all the aliens technically, but I get it anyway.
Yeah. It's so I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, the alien, the Noe.
Yeah, I'm just going to call them the Noe. Yeah. They may not have come from Mars. So
okay.
Mars is explained to be some kind of like intergalactic Noah's Ark, where a bunch of different species from everywhere, including humans, Quaid finds a like mural of a man and a woman, human, in this giant pyramid setup. And it's just basically explained that like there's some kind of ancient prophecy that someone named Quaid, spelled differently than Quaid, will activate this machine that they built, where they turn all the ice under Mars into like air molecules and terraform Mars. And part of that prophecy is someone will try and sabotage the machine, which will activate a bomb in the sun.
Okay.
To destroy the whole solar system.
Okay.
And at some point in this whole revelation as well, through Kuato, through this memory dream thing, there's some kind of like intergalactic baby, like 2001 Space Odyssey, that will like basically spread its DNA across the universe.
Yeah, he really overcomplicated that, didn't he? Was that in the original script?
I don't know. The way novelizations work is like they usually get like a script of what's happening and just kind of fill it out from there. But they also, a lot of novelization authors will like put their own little like things into it.
Yeah. That is definitely overcomplicated.
It's so, and they're also like tiny little aliens that look like the size of ants.
Okay.
Which is a callback to the original short story.
Okay.
We can segue if you want, or we could do it after.
Let's do that afterwards.
Yeah.
But real quick, the pyramid idea.
Yeah.
Early versions of Alien had an alien pyramid in it. It's this weird thing. Eventually they would get their pyramid in Alien versus Predator. But like there were early things where like this ship that has the alien eggs crashed into a pyramid. There was a pyramid underneath the alien ship. I know the old Alien vs. Predator game had a whole pyramid level that was all based off like concept art and the original script for Alien having this pyramid. So it's funny that Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Schwarzenegger,
he just really wants his pyramid.
They were like, we're putting a pyramid in this. We didn't get to do it in Alien, but we're doing an alien pyramid.
And he
this.
really wants his ancient astronaut thing, right? Because he had the space jockey in the original Alien being like, oh, what does it mean? It's older than everything.
Yeah, it seems very similar to this unknown alien that left something on a planet. They really were recycling themselves, weren't they?
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah, so...
but they were inspired by We Can Remember For You wholesale.
So yeah, Cohagen's men come in, start shooting everyone.
They use what's called a mole in the novelization.
Okay.
Where it's like, it's explained that like it's like a big drill in the front. It's not like the design they have here where it's like a bunch of different drills in the front. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they drill in, they chase them. Benny, Melina, Quaid, and Kuato, George. They are about to make it to an exit, and then Benny kills George Kuato. Because it turns out he's working for the bad guys. I don't know if he goes, I have 4 kids. What about 5? He's like, shit, I'm not even married.
Hey, man, he like everyone on Mars is his kid. He's got to feed them all. Kuato, Quaid, Melina, they're all his kids.
So yeah, he like just betrayed them. He was just trying to get to Kuato. But in Kuato at the end, before he dies, he's like, Quaid, start the reactor. Free Mars.
And then Richter comes in and just goes.
Yep. And all of this, well, most of this was planned by Cohagen. He knew he wanted Hauser to get in there, but he was afraid of the psychics reading his mind, which is why they blocked off the mind reading stuff. They blocked off his memory, so they couldn't read his mind. So he was the perfect agent. He had no idea what he was doing. He was just following stuff to get to Kuato. Once he got there, Benny like signaled to them, I guess. And they kill him. And I like that he goes, as he's being questioned, he's just like, hey, you planned it perfectly. He's like, no, it wasn't perfect. I didn't plan on Richter trying to kill you. And I think at some point they wanted him to take that pill. I forget why, because then he hadn't met Kuato at that point.
Yeah. So, it's kind of a little wonky there.
Yeah. I don't know if that was just like knock him out or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Or maybe that was just what Richter was doing on his own. But yeah.
That's actually a good theory right there.
Yeah.
That was like a Richter.
Yeah. Because Richter's not 100%. And he kept parts of the plan from Richter.
Yeah.
So I can see Richter coming up with that plan.
Yeah.
And then being like, no, that's not good. So yeah, but I like you mentioned, like, no, it wasn't perfect. You weren't supposed to do this or this. So we had to improvise a little bit. But yeah, he even gives him a message from Hauser. And Hauser's like, hey, buddy, good job, but I need my body back. So see ya. We're going to party later. There's a party coming up.
There is a party. And so this is a weird, again, going into the weird novelization part here. We get into Quaid back backstory here a little bit more. Part of that whole dream sequence, the whole flashback. So Quaid also has, or I'm sorry, his original name,
Hauser.
Yeah. Hauser was supposed to go find Kuato, right?
Yeah.
And then he falls in love with Melina. Then he finds the artifact, the device underneath the Mars pyramid.
Yeah.
And he changes his mind, but also wants to still get rid of the resistance fighters. He still wants to get Kuato or get close enough to stop Copenhagen himself.
Yeah.
So Hauser basically does a double cross, which is like 16 crosses at this point, and my eyes are going cross-eyed at this point, trying to keep it all up. But essentially, it's described as like, I get to do this, I get to save the world, I get to keep the girl. Everybody wins except literally no one but me.
Again, movie simplified it a little bit.
A lot better.
But yeah, by the way, I like that Richter's like, I'll see you at the party. It's like, shouldn't he be mourning your girlfriend who just got blown away? They take him in, they throw him in the machine to make him Hauser. And they're going to make Melina his submissive wife. They're going to completely alter her. And I love at one point, they're like, sir, the sector is running out of air in an hour. And he's like, whatever, fuck him. He just goes, fuck him. I'm like, okay. So all the mutants
Hey, he's a bad guy. That's what he did.
Yeah, we're the bad guys. The mutants are just slowly dying. The memory wipes start to begin, but then Quaid snaps out and breaks the thing off and stabs the doctor in the neck.
So that in the novelization is not just him being like growing roid rage in there. It actually, he makes a prayer to the Noe people, and he's like, Noe, give me strength. And that's what gives him
like Crom, like Crom, give me strength.
Like Crom or like freaking Goku with the spirit bomb. Like, give me strength. Send me strength.
So yeah, he kills the doctors, like brutally murders them, gets her out of the chair. So yeah, everyone is dying. Quaid and Melina rush to the reactor. Benny is chasing them with a drill because they're cornered. He's like, I know this is the entrance, but it's blocked off.
Benny and his 600 kids.
Yeah, Benny and his 600 kids. He shows up with the giant drill. They pick up like a handheld drill, or she's like shooting at it. He like drills into the hydraulics, but they're like getting cut up pretty bad. Yeah. I don't know how they're able to do anything that's about to happen. And then, he gets, the big screw, and he goes to the side of the thing, and he screws Benny. Screw you. Ah!
In the novelization, it was like they both had moles. They both had the drill vehicles, and they were having like their own little like boss fight in the mines, like a maze, until finally Quaid gets the better of him and gets him in the side.
Yeah. No, this is funnier.
This is funny.
Does he still say screw you in the novelization?
I don't remember. I didn't write that down.
Damn.
I was too busy writing down about freaking breasts being bigger than the others.
Is there a thing in the novelization where like Quaid's giant drill was bigger than Benny's and more impressive?
No, but your hero of the movie, Three-Breasted Lady.
Oh yeah.
When Quaid denies her advances, and quoting the book is like, she farted and squatted her way out of there. So farting and squatting, like, yeah, get that image in your head.
That would have ruined Three Boob Chick for me. It would have ruined it for me.
I'm sorry.
At least that actress didn't have to fart and squat out of the scene.
Like, she did not like doing the scene, but at least she didn't have to do that.
Okay. What was she expecting when she signed up for Three Boob Chick? And it's not even real boobs. I don't understand why she was so upset.
I don't know.
They're not real. You look at them now in HD and Blu-ray, you're like, those are very rubbery.
Very
boobs.
fake looking, yeah.
So yeah, hold on. Okay. So yeah, he screws Benny. They go into like the factory area or the mining area.
Yeah, they go to the mine. Yeah.
Quaid gets cornered. And they all shoot him, and then he gets up, and it turns out it was the projector. And then he walks in and just shoots all of them.
I love that scene because, like, at first, like, you and I, we watch movies a lot. So when someone gets shot and they don't see anything, you still think, oh no, they got shot.
Yeah.
But in this reality, you get shot, you blow part of your body up. So you can tell watching this.
Also, I think they're circle firing.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be circle firing. I mean, I made that in the Escape from LA commentary track we were making, which also has that projector thing. They stole that from Total Recall.
Really?
We make a joke how they're all standing in a circle to shoot Kurt Russell. It's like, wait a minute. What if they shoot each other? You shouldn't circle fire. That's stupid.
That's no.
But yeah, this one, they're all like pointing. I'm like, well, those bullets are going to maybe go through him and hit one of you guys. I don't know if you should be doing this. I don't know. Is circle firing a real thing? Should you avoid circle firing?
No, man, just blind fire. It's called friendly fire because it's friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He didn't mean it. He's being friendly.
Yeah.
But I like after this, they like put their guns on him. He's like, do you think I'm the real Quaid? I am. And he just shoots all of them. It's like the worst. Oh, no. All right. You think this is the real Quaid? It is.
Like they're just like, what?
And then Melina uses the hologram, and you could tell because she's not perfectly chroma keyed into the shot. And you're like, I can tell she's chroma key there. And then Quaid and Richter fight on the elevator. They're beating the shit out of each other, and he like snaps Richter's arms off. He's like holding him on the elevator, and this rock comes, just slices his arms off, and then he lets him know that'll see him at the party. So Quaid's still planning to go to the party.
He's still planning on going, yeah.
He's like, look, I know you saved Mars and everything, but we got a party.
Exactly.
Got a party. See you at the party. Ah.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to him. That was a good.
Yeah.
It's a good scene.
Yeah. Cohagen is waiting at the control panel, and he threatens Quaid. He's like, I got a bomb on here. It's gonna blow this shit up. Just get out of here. Why couldn't you just go back to being Hauser, you dumb asshole?
I love this because Cohagen, he just wants his friend back. That's his only motivation here. He's like, I just want my best friend back. I'm literally committing genocide on a whole group of people because I want my best friend back. And don't we all go the great lengths to get our best friends back?
I would destroy the whole planet to have my friend back. I don't know where we would hang out, but Mars, maybe.
Exactly.
We'll start the reactor on Mars. I just figured it out. Solve my own problem.
There we go.
But yeah, I love that he throws the bomb into like this vent that leads out to like, dude, you could have thrown that you could have thrown it on the giant cavern on the ground. You had to throw it to the big like side of the building. But yeah, they all start getting like sucked out. I love that they're holding on to a cord. And then like Quaid is like, fuck you, Cohagen. Like drops
just
him,
lifts him up,
shoots him out. Which my nieces were watching this. We want to go on the slide. We want to go on the slide. I'm like, no, it's not a slide. That's a horrifying tunnel of death. But yeah, he's out there dying for a while because the pressure is like fucking with him. His eyes are bulging.
It's so it's so gratuitous. I love it.
And they just keep cutting to him.
Exactly. It's like
because we want to see what might happen to them if they get sucked out there. So yeah, he turns the reactor on. He puts his hand on that big alien print, but they get shot out, and then they almost pop. Cohagen has popped at this point. The eyes are out and everything. But here's my thing. Like, their skull must be fractured and moved all around. Like, I know they fix the air or their eyes go back in, but like, their heads are bubbling. I'm like, they're fucked. They would be dead. Like, I don't think you survive your brain mushing around and stretching like that.
Nah, man, the plot says they're okay, then they're okay.
I do love the shot though of like all the air coming out of Mars. So it shows like these big hot rods go into the earth, and then like all this steam shoots out. There's like a big volcano. I guess it's just like oxygen and whatnot hitting the atmosphere. And yeah, it creates a whole big atmosphere. People are watching from the windows. The people end up living. The mutants end up living. And yeah, would you say that the skies are blue?
I would say the skies are blue. I mean, I'm colorblind, so I'm not entirely sure. I think they're blue.
Okay, they are blue. They are blue.
Okay. Thank you. I needed that.
I'm glad we solved that for you. But yeah, it's all blue and everyone's happy. And then he has the thought. He's like, what if this is a dream? What if this is all been in my head? And she's like, well, kiss me before you wake up. Which I thought was a fun note to end on.
I mean, it's a fun, like, last liner thing. It's very pulpy and fun for that.
And it is a fun, like, ambiguous kind of ending. Like, it works either way. Is it a dream?
The novelization has something like that, too, where the line, I believe, is something along the lines of, like, if it's a simulation, it's a good one or something like that.
Yeah.
I just reminded myself, I forgot to mention during the firefight with him and Melina, just out of nowhere, Quaid's like, oh, by the way, do you know something about a recall? And she's like, well, yeah, I used to model for them. And that's why her picture was used.
That would have made, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It wouldn't make sense to have that conversation in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah.
But just randomly thrown in there.
Now, in the original short story, what's Mars like?
Okay. God.
I'm sure what's the reactor like? How are the domes stronger in the novel, in the original short story?
So,
I noticed you didn't bring up anything about Mars.
So we're gonna segue back to that image of Schwarzenegger sitting on a park bench having a conversation with the agency.
Probably on Mars, right?
On Earth. And he tells them like, all right, put like a really super duper good implant into me, not based on any kind of real world scenario. Just find out what my innermost fantasy is and put it in my brain as if it really happened. And so we segue back to the agency, right?
Yeah.
And through like a series of interviews and digging through his brain and therapy, they are like, okay, so here's the fantasy you've had your entire life. You were a little kid, aliens the size of ants.
Yes.
Came down and were going to destroy the world, but you stopped them through the power of compassion and kindness.
Okay.
So part of your fantasy is you save the world without having to do anything. All you have to do is live. And the aliens even gave you this really cool like certificate and everything. And Quail is like, that's a really specific one. Wow. All right, let's implant that in my head.
Yeah.
And then the twist is that was real. That actually happened.
Okay.
The aliens destroyed, like they blocked off that part of his brain and his memory.
Okay.
And through the power of the agency trying to implant that false memory, he totally recalled the original memory of these aliens.
Okay.
And part of the deal also was that no one else was supposed to know. He was the only one that was supposed to know about it. And so they erased his memory anyway. And that's how the short story ends, because now that everyone knows, the aliens can come down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so the agency just coincidentally made?
Yep.
That's very specific.
Philip K. Dick is very good at doing one particular kind of story, which is my reality is not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And he does it a lot.
That is also kind of like Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, Minority Report.
Yeah.
I haven't read Scanner Darkly, but I assume it's similar to that.
Okay.
Most of the short stories in this collection, outside of like one really funny one, it's like a Rick and Morty skit, which is like aliens are trying to take over the Earth, but they're all like 2 feet tall and they're all disguised as real estate agents. It's actually pretty fucking funny. And he has like a weird anti-abortion one.
Okay.
Yeah. Philip K. Dick, pro-life. We had no idea.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Not that far back, you probably would be, to be honest.
Well, he's a weird guy. He was born during the Great Depression. His twin sister died.
Oh, yeah, I can see that then.
And like throughout his whole life, his parents brought him back to the grave of his twin sister, and he had his own grave next to it. So that's gonna fuck up some people.
Elvis also had a weird like dead twin brother thing. Yeah, really messes people up. So when they remade Total Recall.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Well, people were upset that he doesn't go to Mars. And I remember looking up the story. Again, I didn't read it personally, but I looked up like the changes, like, oh, he doesn't go to Mars in the original story.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, so when it comes to like remakes, if they're based off a book, I'm usually more lenient. Because I'm like, yeah, Total Recall, from what I heard, like it doesn't follow the original story too much. So I was more open to it. The problem is the movie's not that good. It's very forgettable. It's one of the most forgettable things you'll ever watch.
And judging from the trailers, it looks like they're still trying to be Total Recall.
Well, they put like 3 boob girl in there. He has a different disguise, but I think if I remember right, there is someone who looks like the big large lady to throw the audience off. If
that's
you've
kind of
seen
funny.
The original. But yeah, he's mostly just fighting like drone soldiers. Bryan Cranston's in it. There's like a tunnel that goes through this. I saw it once many, many, many years ago. I didn't really enjoy it.
And because like it's PG-13, it's not like the gore and everything isn't
I don't
really
know.
in there.
There might have been like on video an R-rated version. I'm not 100% sure.
Because like reading the novelization and like how like you have making sure the camera's still on.
Yeah, I checked to make sure the red lights are on. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Like I imagine this novelization would be like what a PG-13 version would be, because again, like no one's like getting like all the squibs and everything ripped apart. They're just goons getting put down.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of harken back to like women's bodies and stuff, but like nothing's really shown or anything.
Yeah. But no, I enjoy the movie.
I did too.
Yeah. I mean, again, if the story's like 9 pages, you got a lot of wiggle room to work with.
Exactly.
There.
That's why it's inspired by.
Inspired.
Yeah, that's how they get around that.
Speaking of like Arnold adaptations that are getting remade, they're doing The Running Man again. Have you read the original Running Man story?
No, I haven't. I have it in a part of a collection. It's a Stephen King story.
Yes, he did it under
Richard
an alias.
Bachman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to actually read that because from what I heard, like the movie's almost nothing like it.
Yeah, I know the ending because I was reading another King book and he was talking about The Running Man and how I'm not going to spoil it. Like,
I love The Running Man, but I know Edgar Wright is remaking it with my twin brother Glenn Powell. We look exactly alike. And people are upset. I'm like, no, if it's based off the book, I can see like maybe if they want to make it closer to the book. But if they are just remaking the movie, then I'm going to be really pissed.
Exactly.
Because it's like, no, that movie, you're fine. You don't have to remake that. I fucking love The Running Man. But if you want a closer novelization, that's why I like when they did Conan the Barbarian, because I know the original Conan isn't super accurate. Like Thulsa Doom is, they basically did Set, but they switched it to Thulsa Doom, like the name. And they changed a bunch of other stuff. But that movie, even if it's not accurate to like the specifics, it is more in spirit with the books than the remake was.
That's the thing about Conan is that like it's a huge series of different stories.
Yeah.
I believe John Carter, the movie, decided to take some of the villains from one of the other stories because there's also like 17 of those.
Yeah.
And placed them in that first movie, even though the story itself is the first movie.
Yeah, but the Conan movie is like, it fits the spirit of the books. Big muscly guy has to save a princess. Usually a wizard's a bad guy. They just changed the specifics of it. The remake was just bad. So yeah, Total Recall's remake came and went.
Everyone forgot it. Yeah.
Everyone forgot it. Like no one was excited for it. It came out and everyone forgot it. But yeah, definitely revisit this movie. It's a good time. I gotta watch it more. I really, really like it. I just wish I would have grown up more with it. Because it has everything I like in it. It hits all the check marks for me.
I really enjoyed it because like Verhoeven, his sci-fi stuff is always like, we're going to do the cool, pulpy sci-fi action adventure thing, but we're also going to like do these little things to make you think. I hit this thing with my chin.
He did it at the very end. That's okay. I feel like the other day I like headbutted it on accident. So,
but like this and Starship Troopers and even RoboCop, it's like, okay, you're gonna see a cool robot do some cool things, whatever. But then it's like, but think about like what Detroit is right now and how it exists and what the corporation's doing. In this one, if I'm gonna borrow my wife's English degree for a second here, the idea of like your reality is not your own, and there's enough in there to make you think one way or the other. And it got me like really excited because I'm thinking like, all right, so, you know, we're watching a movie, which is in itself a simulation. It's having fun with the concept of film to play around with us, the audience. But at the same time, like it doesn't give you a definitive answer.
Which is fine. You don't have to.
But I just find it very, very fun and interesting about Verhoeven's sci-fi movies is that like you could watch it straight through. You can watch it, just pull on, just turn off your brain and enjoy what you're watching. And then the second time around, you're like, huh. And you mentioned Blue Skies. Melina's in the TV screen in the beginning. And McClane, the salesman for Total Recall, mentions like, you don't want the real world. There's sleazy cab drivers, Benny, and his 3 million kids. Like that also is like there's little like bits and pieces in there to really kind of have fun with the concept.
I enjoy it. Again, it's funny that you could have this whole like deeper philosophical like thought about it in a movie where Arnold kills a guy with a drill and says screw you. You enjoy it on so many different levels.
That's my favorite kind of science fiction.
You can turn this on for someone who doesn't give a shit about sci-fi and they'll be like, whoa, he blew that guy up, and they'll enjoy it. And then you have someone be like, what is real? Oh, wow, is that a thing? And they'll also enjoy it.
Like you can watch Blade Runner and just kind of enjoy Blade running up the place.
He's running with all those blades.
And then you like watch it again, and you see this whole idea, the concept of humanity, and and you read the book too, so they explore that too. Like
it's been a minute, but yeah.
I always was like very like when I read it for the first time, I was like, this is the most depressing freaking book ever.
Really
the world the world they put it in is so.
When they find the frog at the end, and they think it's real, and then it's not. Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is. But yeah, like I thoroughly enjoyed this one, even though I think Starship Troopers and RoboCop are better.
Yeah, I've watched those way more. Way more.
But this one's still a fun introduction.
It's great. It's great. You know, CB.
You know, TF.
Getting back to the thing I said at the beginning of the episode, is this the best Mars movie ever made? I think it is.
I'm not sure. I do love that Doom movie. I know it's dumb. I do. But that was a fun ride.
Yeah, Doom is dumb fun, but I don't think it's a great Mars movie. Look, I love John Carpenter, but Ghost of Mars is fun, but it's not great. Mission to Mars, not that good.
John Carter, though?
John Carter Mars, I remember being underrated. I remember people really shitting on it. I didn't think it was that bad.
I think a lot of people didn't like how it felt like a bunch of other sci-fi movies that came out.
Which isn't fair.
It's not fair because
the book inspired so many of those.
Exactly.
Yes. I thought that, not that I'm saying that movie is great. But also they changed the name of it, which I thought was...
It is, yeah.
It's just John Carter. I'm like, that's not as cool as John Carter of Mars. Yeah, Red Planet. I remember the robot dog. That's it. I remember Val Kilmer was in it, but that's it.
The Martian.
Shit, The Martian is good.
The Martian's good. I'm sorry, Total Recall. It's The Martian. Ridley Scott, you did Aliens... So Total Recall.
He did Alien, not Aliens.
You
know what? I'll give you that's the best space movie Ridley Scott's done in a long time. Better than Prometheus and Covenant. Yeah, The Martian is good, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I threw that at you, man. And that's a really good book too.
I don't know. I'd still pick Total Recall over it. I'd pick Total Recall.
Is it because of your hero? Your muse.
My muse. 3 boob chick. Yeah, there's no... All the chicks in Martian have 2 boobs, and you don't even get to see them. You know, we get 3 boob chick in this one. Now, when he was driving the rover in the Martian and drove past the 3 boob chick, automatic A+ would have been the thing. I'm trying to think if there's any other Martian movies. Mars Needs Moms. Never saw it. Heard it wasn't good.
Never saw it either.
Heard it wasn't good. Yeah. Okay, so Martian and Total Recall. We found the 2 good ones.
Let's find out in the comment section. Have everyone duke it out.
Yeah, let us know. Did we miss any Mars movies? Let us know what Mars movie is the best Mars movie. Is it Total Recall or The Martian? CB Smith.
TF Hack the Movies.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube for the most part at CB Smith. Unfortunately, I share the same name as a famous baseball player, I believe. So, and a park. So if you type in CB Smith Taking a Page, that's where you'll find me.
Yes. And you, I know this is your first time on this show,
right?
Like a guest, but you've been a guest multiple times on our Good Friend Movie Dumpsters podcast.
Yes, multiple times.
Yes.
We do, Book to the Movie.
Yes, which I love that series.
I do. I love going on there and talking to everyone about the differences. We have a couple episodes coming up. We haven't really scheduled anything yet, but we've been bouncing around. I've read.
At the time this airs, they're either out or they're on their way.
Yeah, exactly.
I will put an image of whatever they are.
In the meantime, I got a big project coming up about Dungeons and Dragons and the Satanic Panic, and you did some voice work on it.
I did.
You actually can watch that as a preview. For
I did. Didn't I?
You did.
Okay.
Do you recall? Totally?
I recall that I kept forgetting to do it, and you scared the shit out of me for a second. I'm like, I did end up doing that, right? I did do that, right?
Yeah, you did the Mazes and Monsters section with young Tom Hanks.
Got you. I love that movie.
Oh,
so fan.
That preview for that one is out on YouTube. You can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a while back we did the Dungeons and Dragons movies, like all 4 of them, and I mentioned the Mazes and Monsters. I want to go back and watch that movie again. That's gonna be so much fun.
It's a wild ride.
It's a far out game.
I love that joke. Tony, where can I find you?
Here. In the store.
Oh, damn.
I'm here right now.
I'm here already.
Yeah, subscribe to Hack the Movies. Like, share, subscribe. Join us on Patreon. We have a lot of fun stuff going on Patreon. At some point, we should do a commentary track.
We could.
You know what we should do? I'll try to set it up. Maybe close to when this comes out. We should do a commentary track for the remake. Maybe we'll watch the remake together.
That's a fun idea. We'll try schedule something with that.
Yeah.
I gave you a list of a bunch
did.
of different book ideas, and I'm kind of surprised you didn't want to do Howling.
I did it for Patreon, and I forgot about the list. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. There's 2 other Howling books.
Wait. I got it. When I review Howling 4, which is just a remake of Howling, I will have you on for Howling 4.
That means I have to watch Howling 4.
Apparently, it's closer to the book.
Supposedly? All right.
Because it's called The Original Nightmare, and it's straight up just Howling 1 again. But not as good film-wise, but apparently it is closer to the book.
All right, I'll have to check it out then.
So yes, let me knock the other 2 Howlings out. I'll get back to you for Howling 4. We will do it. It's set in stone. You didn't know that there was a second adaptation of that first book, did you?
I heard about it, but I haven't really...
The other movies have nothing to do with the sequel books, but they did do that one book twice.
Yeah, I bought the other 2, and I was like thinking like I was going to do something. I'm like, so much shit piled up.
But yeah, that's it from us. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.